Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be having a look at a monitor from UPERFECT. So we've looked at UPERFECT products before. I had a UMax 24-inch screen, I think it was, they sent me a few months back, and I've absolutely loved it. I use it all the time on my travels and in the studio and in the house when I work from home. It's a fantastic display. It's an IPS LCD display. So what we've got from them today is a UCOLOR O2, which is an 16.10 inch 3K OLED display. So I've been keen to get an OLED portable monitor for a while to use around the house and also when I travel because OLED obviously gives you better contrast, richer colours, deeper blacks and better viewing angles. And I have to say I've been really impressed with this monitor so far. So in this review we're going to go over who this monitor's for, what features it has, and kind of just give you an overview of why I think you should buy this monitor. So stay tuned and let's find out if this monitor is for you. So let's start off with looking at the design, as we always do on the channel, of the UCOLOR O2 monitor. And big thank you to UPERFECT for sending this review unit out to me. Really appreciate it, guys. It's just great to have stuff on the channel like this and to showcase to everyone. So what we've got here is a very slimline 16-inch portable 3K monitor, and it's not touchscreen. So they do two models. So the version I've got is the no touch version, and they also do a O-Touch version. So obviously the O-Touch version is more expensive. It's double the price, or a couple £100 more. If you go on the website, you can see which one you want. I personally aren't bothered about touch screens. I don't use them. If you want the touch version, then obviously you can do that for more money, but I'm quite happy with the non-touch version. All UPERFECT monitors follow a very similar design, very simply designed. So you've got the slimline monitor and you've got the cover case they include with it. UPERFECT also sell a carry case, which they kindly included, and I will show you that on the video. I'll show you some real world shots of me using it in different scenarios, and also using it for gaming and for video editing and also office work as well. So it's got plenty of applications I've used it for over the past couple of weeks, and I have very much enjoyed using the monitor so far. So we've got a 3K OLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. In fact, I think it goes even higher than that. When I was looking on the specifications, it goes up to 165, I think it is. I'll show you on the display itself when I get into this review and show you how it works. So it's kind of aimed at creatives, because obviously the advantage of OLED display is that you've got that rich contrast. You've got like a 10 million to 1 contrast ratio. You've got deep blacks and you've got that high refresh rate. And I find OLED displays are very good for video editing. So a lot of people, there's a bit of a divide going at the moment between LCD and OLED. So obviously OLED has been good for gaming over the years because you've got that better contrast, better blacks, better viewing angles, faster response rates and high refresh rates and high resolution as well on OLED display. So I've actually just moved to an OLED display in the studio full time of my main monitor. And I have to say I'm very much enjoying it because of these benefits you get from it. The only thing you have to be careful with is screen burn. So I've not had any problems with the UPERFECT one at all, but I'm very wary of screen burn, and I just refresh the image every now and then, unplug it. There's nothing in the box to say it would do that, but I just want to make sure people are aware that OLED does have the possibility of doing that. But the benefits are you get that richer contrast, deeper blacks, etc. So also the OLED monitor is so thin. It's probably the thinnest portable monitor I've seen, because obviously the IPS panels have backlights right around the edge of them, so they have to be a bit thicker to put the backlight in, and they're obviously better than they used to be. But the good thing about OLED is now you've got that very thin chassis, and it doesn't weigh anything either. It's so light. So the bag that UPERFECT provided me is very nice. It has a few pouches in to store your travels and cables and everything like that. It came very well packaged in the box as well. So it comes with a mini HDMI cable and 2 USB-C cables and a power adapter, which is excellent to throw all that in, because a lot of monitors don't even bundle anything in the box now. So it's nice that UPERFECT are including the cables so you can get started straight away out of the box. So let's kind of look at it from a specification point of view. We've kind of gone over these already. So the design is it's very simple, nice. Has a cover with it which also functions as a stand. They've also included a monitor stand in the box for me as well, so I can take it off the cover and use it as a stand on my desk. Or you can even buy it's got a attachment on the back of it with screws, and they supply the screws in the box. You can use it as a normal monitor on a desk stand as well. So it's got plenty of applications. You can use it as a portable monitor, a fixed monitor, mount it on the wall, whatever you want to do with it. And it's 16 inches, so it's a decent size. And because you've got that slim bezel, you've got plenty of real estate on the screen as well. And I have to say the colours are very nice for an OLED display as well. I've not had any problems with doing photo work on it, video work, everything looks very nice. And you can change on the menus all the settings, so you can customize it to exactly how you want. I'll show you in the video how to do this, because I think it's important this when people do video work, and you have to be able to customize it to how you want. So you can change the color profiles, and change the brightness, etc. like that. And one thing to note is it does need an external power supply, so it's not as power hungry as the 24-inch version that I reviewed, which does need a high wattage power supply because of the big screen, the bigger the light and the more power it draw. So it will run off your laptop on low brightness settings, but will drain the battery quite fast. So I'd recommend using it with an external plug if you're going to be doing a lot of work on it with high brightness. So you've got the 3K resolution, and you can change that. You can zoom in and out on your desktop. So you can have the high resolution and zoom in, because obviously the higher the resolution, the smaller the desktop gets. Then you've got that 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio, P3 wide color gaming, and that obviously OLED Ultra HD display. So it's nearly 4K. So watching YouTube on this with 4K HDR videos looks great, because the display supports HDR. So you've got HDR for gaming and for videos, and I have to say that it looks very good with HDR content because of that OLED technology. And that's the big difference here. So if you're looking in the market for a portable monitor, should you go for an OLED or an LCD? So I've had plenty of both. I've got a 16-inch, I've got two 16-inch portable monitors, LCD ones. I've got a 24-inch IPS LCD one from UPERFECT, different brands. This is the first OLED one I've had. As I say, I've just changed to OLED in the studio, and people haven't decided yet. So is it good for office work, or is it just good for gaming? So I was a bit hesitant to move to OLED. But now I've got an OLED portable monitor and an OLED main screen for my office. I actually really like it. I enjoy using OLED. I like the excellent viewing angles. I like the fact that you don't get so many things on LCD that problems you get, like ghosting and backlight, poor backlight distribution and stuff like that, which have all been sort of minimized over the years, but you still get it. So OLED is revolutionized phones and tablets, and now it is starting to revolutionize monitors. And I enjoy using OLED. But what do you think? Would you choose an OLED monitor? Would you be worried about burning? Because I've had no problems with it so far. Any of my screens with OLED technology, but I've only had them 3 or 4 months. So what do you think about OLED displays? So far, I'm really enjoying it, and I've had no problems at all. And that contrast ratio is great. Having that higher contrast ratio, getting those richer colors, especially for photo works. You get the photos bring to life on the screen. You can tweak the colors more for photo and video editing. But if you were a photo video editor, would you use an OLED monitor? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So we've kind of gone over the specifications. We've got 3K display, 120 Hz refresh rate, or a bit higher, depending on what computer and what device you're connecting into it. And one thing I do want to point out is OLED monitors have got a bad rap for brightness. So I was worried that when I get this out of the box, this wouldn't be a very bright display, because traditionally LCD monitors go brighter. And I have to say that this OLED monitor goes incredibly bright. So even if you're plugging in without the power supply, just drawing the power from the computer, the actual image you get off the monitor in that situation is still pretty bright. Then you plug it in, and wow, it's bright enough to literally light up in a very sunlit room, and I can see it under any circumstances. Obviously, it's a reflective display, so if you face it straight against the window, it's still going to get reflections, but that brightness, the peak brightness on it is enough to sort of combat that and give you an excellent image still in bright conditions. That's very important if you're working in an office like mine, because I've got an open window. So I've got a window here with which is a big window, lots of sun coming in, south facing, and my monitor gets a lot of hammer from that. So it's important that you have a monitor that's bright enough. And it's just one thing to bear in mind, that it is bright enough so far from what I've been doing with it. So what ports do you get on this then? So the ports you get on it, you get a mini HDMI port and 2 USB-C ports as well. So you tend to use one for charging on the USB-C port, and then one USB-C port to your computer. So the mini HDMI port, you get a full-size cable in the box, which is mini HDMI to HDMI. So then you can connect it to a Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, Xbox, anything like that, or your computer, anything with a HDMI port, Apple TV, a Mac Mini. So you could even use this as a portable computer. So you could take the Mac Mini with you and a screen, and then you've got a full-size portable computer with lots of power with it. So there's lots of potential for this monitor. And also you could, if you haven't got much space in your house, you could have a Mac Mini or a Windows compact PC and use it just as on the table and fold it all away when you finish your work. So it's got endless potential with this. And I have managed to secure a good discount with UPERFECT. I'll put the links down below in the matter description, so please check it out. And do order through those links, because you get the discount from them directly, which is nice to have. So they've gone for the 16:10 aspect ratio, which gives it's suitable for office work and programming and offers better space for content and stuff like that. So obviously 16:9 is better for movies and YouTube watching, but 16:10 is better for web browsing and office work. So you've kind of got best of both worlds here. So you've got better office work capability with more screen real estate at higher resolution, and you've also got enough space there to watch films on and game as well. So you've kind of got both things going on there. And that response time of 1 millisecond is really fast as well, so you get no screen lag on them. And so one thing about UPERFECT monitors I've never had a problem with is lag, because they offer high refresh rates, often better than your laptop screen, for example. So I've got laptops that don't have OLED display, so I plug this in and I actually get a better display on some of these laptops with this portable monitor. And you've got that silky smooth screen as well to do gaming on. And let's just talk about gaming now. So I plug this into my Nintendo Switch 2. My Xbox and the Nintendo Switch recognised it as HDR straight away, and they offered that 4K, well, ended up with a 3K output, but it gives you that nice smooth refresh rate. So it's brilliant for gaming. As a portable gaming monitor, you've got a bigger screen for your Nintendo Switch. Or if you want to bring your Xbox anywhere, if you want to travel with it, then you've got a portable monitor for your Xbox as well that you know is going to be compatible with it. Because sometimes if you travel and you're staying in a hotel, you might not be aware that some monitors aren't going to be compatible properly with the Xbox or the high resolution rate. So you've got that on this OLED display. So I think, and it does have built-in speakers as well. So it's got two built-in speakers on the back of it, which aren't bad actually. They offer enough volume for travel, and I was impressed by the thinness of this device on how these speakers actually produce enough sound. I mean, they're not fantastic, let's face it. If you have a portable sound system, you're going to get better sound out of that, but it's just nice to have in case you forget your speakers, because I've occasionally been doing video work and I've thought, actually, I've not got my headphones on, I'm going to use the speakers built into the screen, and they've been absolutely fine. And you've also got that VESA compliant mount on the back of it, so you can have it on a desk or on a wall, as we've mentioned. So the monitor's got endless compatibility. It's got a blue light filter on it. It's got obviously the USB-C, so when you're using it with your computer, you don't need to have multiple cables everywhere. So I think UPERFECT have thought about everything with this monitor. I can't think of a downside to it as such because of that OLED display. The only downside I can possibly think of it is the fact that it may get screen burn because it's an OLED monitor. I haven't seen any screen burn on it at all, and I haven't been careful with it as such. I've used it just as I normally would and not had any problems with it. I've only had it for a month. So what I'll do is I'll keep reporting back. I'll let anyone know if I've got any problems. I have an OLED display in the studio and I have had no problems with that so far. So screen burn's obviously got a lot better these days than it has with in the past. So obviously OLED TVs don't struggle from it as much as they used to either. So I think this device has got endless possibilities for travel around your house, and I would highly recommend buying one. It's about 260 UK pounds now at the moment on UPERFECT's website, and you get a discount with that code down below. So really, if you're looking for a portable monitor of about 16-inch, it's a no-brainer. Check out my review of their 24.5-inch monitor. A lot of people have bought that and enjoyed it very much. So it's just something that, you know, these monitors, I was looking for a portable monitor brand for a long time when I worked from home back in COVID, and I didn't find them. So finding UPERFECT has been ideal for me. I enjoy their monitors very much. I use them all around the house, as I say, and travel, and I've had no problems with them. So from my perspective, they are a very good brand to work with, and they're fast shipping times and everything over from China. So check them out. Got plenty of viewing angles on this, so you can if you've got friends watching a film, anything like that, you can sit down and watch it with lots of people without having to worry about who's sat where, which is the great thing about OLED technology. So I'm really excited about OLED technology and monitors. What do you think about OLED? Would you buy one? And what do you think about this display? Let me know what you think about this review as well, and drop me a line down below. So thanks for watching as always, and please keep watching, and do check out my other UPERFECT review. As I mentioned, I'll put the card in the video, and I would appreciate a thumbs up, guys, and a subscribe if you enjoyed the video. So thank you, and I'll speak to you next time.